This presentation is provided to you to amuse or entertain and not to conform or inform. The content on this channel should not be used to replace professional, financial, medical, or legal advice. All footage taken and used from public sources falls under the fair use of the Digital Millennial Copyright Act of 1998. Therefore, no breach of privacy or copyright has been committed.
People were discussing Jesus as to who he was. The first person said he was obviously black because he liked the gospel, he said brother a lot, and he didn't get a fair trial. The second person said, oh, absolutely not, he was Jewish. He lived at home till he was 33, he went into his father's business, he thought his mom was a virgin, and of course his mom thought he was God. The third person said, no, he was Italian, he talked with his hands, he drank wine with his food, and he loved olive oil. And lastly, a woman showed up and said, no, he was obviously a woman, because he fed a crowd of people with no notice and virtually no food. He constantly tried to get a message across to a bunch of men that just weren't listening. And lastly, when he was dead, he still came back because he had work to do.
Satellite tracking continues.
Wow. Wow, everybody. So let me throw in my guests here really quick, and we'll turn on my camera. Hey, everyone. How's it going? Made it again. Friday night. Whoop, whoop. Right? And, oh, wow, we've got so many wonderful people here. I try to throw as many on the screen as I can. But this is it. We're streaming on YouTube, and we are also live streaming on Rockfin. Hello to Rockfin people over there. I pop in there occasionally and say hi, or Mrs. Ceiling family. I'll check on you guys if you have questions or things in there. But before I get too far, hopefully, if you don't know these two amazing people that are sharing my screen tonight, we've got, I've been taught properly. Sorry, Steve. Below me is Jen, TheTruthseeker69. And hi, Jen.
Hi. Happy to be here.
And then the elderly gentleman next to me, that's
nice.
Steve JMO. And and so they do a lot of streams together. That's how I actually kind of met them together on streams. And so if you haven't checked out things like mud floods or old buildings or red bricks or graveyards or Antiquitech, they got all kinds of amazing information. They covered a 3-part series, I think, in Dante's Inferno, which was fascinating. And I really got excited because I have a book that I'm going to cover that was presented to me, and it's got all kinds of pictures that I know that all of us are going to just eat up and try to look into and figure stuff out. So as far as the live stream part of this is, I decided for the people at Rockfin, here's all of my influence all at once. Ready? These two would be great on your show. That's why I'm having them on. And there it goes. Okay, so that's all influence I have, but we'll see. But they're going to see some fun stuff, and we'll cover just anything that kind of comes to mind. And then also I've got some tabs as usual, but the highlight for me is I created a game because a lot of people I've done some games. They're not easy to put together. And I put this one together. I was actually going to make it a separate video, but then I'd rather do it with live. So we'll do it tonight, and we'll see how everyone does. Hopefully you all suck at it, which means I did the game right. So,
oh, this should be fun.
Right? We'll get our Oreos ready and everything. So, okay. So let's see. Well, thank you for being here. We got 72 lovely people here, and I see a lot of familiar faces. So thanks for coming and supporting. And I got 5 people in Rockfin. Hi, everyone there. So
good people.
Okay, so let's see. Where should we start? Oh, well, I thought this was kind of interesting. I started with, I went onto my computer before the show today, and sometimes it likes to say, hey, I bet you'd like to look at this place. And this was this thing on the screen that the computer thought was a nice screensaver, which I'd never heard of. You guys done anything on the Torre Bellism Lisbon? Have you guys seen this thing?
Make one of them bigger, and let's take a look. No, I don't think I covered that one. That's pretty cool.
Where is that?
Right? Portugal.
I thought you said Libsyn. Okay, cool.
Oh,
I'll
did I?
check that out.
Libsyn.
Yeah,
I think that's
Portugal.
what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's yeah.
That's crazy. It's like just the top of a castle that's left or something.
Well, and that's the other thing is there's actually catacombs and stuff inside.
Of course.
I mean, this is.
Wow.
So I figured this would be something. So this is the kind of stuff that they cover, and there's cannons in here and stuff. And I don't know. I think you guys have Masonic tiles, so you could probably eat this up for several hours with all the bricks.
Look at that! Wow.
So yeah, and then obviously there's something down below too.
Yeah, and I wonder if that part that's white is covered over brick. Like they whitewashed some of the stuff.
Right over here, yeah.
Yeah.
Plastered it when they found it. Look at this staircase that goes down.
Wow, yeah, I would love to explore that place.
Right. Well, that's why I thought I'd throw it out. You guys can look it up and probably do a whole show on it. But you know what I find interesting too? We saw this and we were blessed enough to be able to get to Europe. They have all these staircases that, I'm sorry, if you're obese, you're not walking down these or up these.
Well, there wasn't obese people back then.
Well, that's my point. That's my point.
Yeah.
Ever since the invention of fast food and these horrible drinks and this stuff, and even this beer Oreo that I'm having occasionally, that's all going to end up to where you won't be able to walk this staircase. And that's why, you know, they don't have these anymore. In fact, they all have escalators, right?
Mm.
Right. Absolutely. Also, I think that whole era when they were going through making people stop quit smoking and stuff, when people quit smoking, they got heavy. And
Right.
they stayed heavy, and that's why we see, I think, the obesity rate has risen over the years so much is because people gave up smoking as well. And, you know, this is all a part of keeping you slow, sick, and dying. You can't run for your life when you're obese, okay? Where are you going? Nowhere. That's where.
I like that. No, you're right. But yeah. So anyway, so yeah, this is the kind of stuff they cover. And I thought it was interesting that, of course, my computer said, hey, show this to them. But it just goes on for days, these different pictures.
Wow, that's really cool.
So, okay, so let's see. We'll kill that. We'll kill that. Okay. Oh, I thought this was great. Just because I think this is funny. Here, I'll just put it at a little faster speed. So, but check this out. It's only like 10 seconds or so. Hide this. Oh, come on. That was didn't mean to start. Yeah, that's worth it again.
Oh, good.
Right in the head.
In the eye, right before he goes on the court. Smack him. Oh, I don't know why I find that so funny. Oh my goodness. Hey, so we have a person usually in the chat. I don't know if he's there. He's there. He's a bit of a split personality. Sometimes he thinks his name is Michelle L. Sometimes he thinks his name is Ray. In fact, he's not even sure because when people talk to him, they always put question marks like Ray. So depending on who you're talking to, this lovely man made me this wonderful video. He has 292 subscribers. I usually don't promote channels, but of course, since this is about me, I am. But I would play it right now because I wanted to. But then he told me he did it to the Who. The Kids Are All Right, and he plays the music and he sings the song, and they copyright struck him. So whatever, it's his own words. But I will. I'll share it in the chat, and go check him out. And also, I think, oops, where'd it go? It's important to, where are you guys? You guys are over here.
I'm over there.
Where is it? He also just did one about an audit. And my wife got me into these. If you guys don't watch these First Amendment audit people, like there's one over here. I mean, I'm not promoting channels, but check them out. There's some interesting things in First Amendment audits. People going around just with a camera to see if they can just do it, and people lose their minds. And so I don't know if it was Ray or Michelle L, but I think it was Ray. And he went into this place, and they refused him service because he wasn't wearing a mask. And so I'm not the kind of person that can do this stuff, but I respect the people that can do this and go and take these things on because they are important. So hats off.
Oh, I just want to say something real quick. I went to the Natural History Museum today with Jeremy. We did some filming there, and we both went in without masks. They told us we had to have masks, and we told them that we had medical conditions, and it was no problem. So that's pretty awesome.
He was even
Badass.
telling them that, and they didn't care. Isn't that wild? Yeah. But no, that's wonderful. I've done that too with some of the stores. They just don't seem to care. But then Costco, no, they said you're not ever allowed back in here unless you
See, because they're a major corporation. It's the major corporations that are doing all the Hitler stuff. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that word or not, but anyway, Gestapo.
Oh, I'm sure you can because he was Time Magazine's Man of the Year 1936.
That's very true.
Yeah, let's not forget that. No big deal. Wink, wink.
No, thank you.
That one never gets old for me. I love how she tries to take a drink. Right, she's so confused.
Like,
she's drinking. The video cuts there. She probably poured it all over herself.
I wonder how many people have done that in this last year.
Oh, and who was it? They said they actually saw. Was it you or someone I was talking to said they actually saw in real life someone with those things that they open and they put food in and then they close it.
Oh, well, the one I saw at the airport, this lady was pushing a wheelchair. I guess she was one of the people who help out at the airport. She had the mask on. She had a zipper right here.
Oh, my God. Was it black? And did it come from her own personal stash at home?
It was black, and it had like a silver zipper going. I was looking at her. I'm like, is that a fucking zipper? Are you kidding me? Right?
Disgusting. Oh, my God. What? See, that's the thing, our society. That's... If they don't wonder if we're in some kind of godless society, I thought, okay, we have these rugs and I want to, beat them out like they used to do in the old days, because that's probably one of the most effective way to get dust and stuff out of it.
Yeah.
So I go on, I'm looking at like up online, where do you buy a nice, wicker or whatever rug beater? And then all of a sudden it's like whips and chains and masks. I'm like, why? Why is a rug? Everything has to be sexualized in this world. It's ridiculous. Like
SpaceX.
Oh yeah, the rocket. Don't even get. Oh yeah, the name of it, but the shape of the rocket. Oh my God, it's too much. Okay,
too much. Really
where were we? Let's see. Okay, so we covered that, and here, let me get back over here. Okay, screen share. Here we go. Okay, so if the Hubble telescope wasn't fascinating enough, now we've got a new one. And this one's this one only costs $10 billion, so it's relatively cheap for a NASA budget. And we're gonna get cool pictures like we got with the Hubble. Here's the full scale model that they not only created to I don't know what cost, but they've been exhibiting it all around the world to show public what it'll look like in space. So what does that cost? And who's on the satellite or Hubble telescope sequel tour, right? Is Bill Nye on that one, or Neil deGrasse Tyson? Any of those guys on there? But yeah. So
no, is this the one that looks like the solar simulator?
Yes. And
it's very convenient they're doing that, So when people when people do start seeing that in the sky, oh, it's just a satellite. Like,
that's what the whole purpose is. Yeah, they did the same thing with chemtrails.
Yeah.
Well, they said chemtrails are just persistent contrails now. When everybody started catching on, of course, it's been years and years. Everybody's been catching on. Yeah. They came out pretty late with that one, but yeah, now it's just persistent contrails.
Yeah.
Well, what do you got? You got Bill Gates. This is a year ago, actually. Yeah, just about a year ago. Aims to spray dust into the atmosphere to block the sun. Forbes released that. I didn't. Ceiling Fan didn't. No. You know what I'm saying? So they're clearly, after years of them doing it, they got to come up with some story, and people are gonna bite this one up. Like, oh, stupid Steve sharing that solar simulator. It's just for years, but it's just it's just a satellite NASA came out with this year. It's like, yeah, what about last year and the year before, and the year before, and the year before, and the year before? Were those like not valid? Did NASA have its new satellite up then that didn't exist? No.
But the great thing about this one is it's a twofer story, because not only is it a disgusting abuse of money, but the name, the James Webb Telescope, of course, is riddled with controversy because it's named after a guy that apparently hated gays. And so... So, of course, not only did they decide to choose a guy that was like part of this, but then
WEBB?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure is there a Masonic handshake going in here somewhere, I'm sure. But so they had to make sure they had controversy in addition to this.
Look, I want to ask you something. Look, scroll back up. That's JFK there?
Yes, right? At least the character they told us. I'll make it larger.
There were people running around the day he got shot with fucking colorized video cameras everywhere, and we're seeing a black and white fucking photo. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have cursed.
And they're probably looking at a flat Earth model right here as their satellites above it. They got a snow globe, of course. I don't know what else we got here. Is that a rifle with Hinckley's name on it? Anyways, okay, so what are we doing here? So
Is it spelled correctly?
yeah, right. Hinckley's name change. That was a weird one Brian covered. He might pop by. It's his birthday today, but that was a weird one he covered. That Hinckley. If you guys don't know, the guy that supposedly shot Reagan because Jodie Foster wouldn't date him, his name now has a C in it and CK, and then it's weird. It looks really weird. So. Okay.
I just still can't believe that they're launching that telescope or whatever, because I have the patents up over here. They literally go back to 1904. You know what I'm saying? But 2021. Nah, we got this new thing that looks like the patent from 1904. Don't worry about that. Well, down to the honeycomb with the black middle, the missing center.
It looks exactly like that. If you have that patent, pull it up. We'll throw it on the screen. But this is what we got for the Hubble. All that money spent, we got this.
I could draw you that.
And it's fake because we know space doesn't exist. So all that money, they give us a fake photo. Could you imagine, though, guys, the pictures that they actually have of these stars? Now, we know what they tell us our stars are in the pictures they give us, but we've also seen video of amateur telescopes and stuff taking video and showing what stars actually look like. NASA probably has amazing high definitions of this stuff that's up there that they'll never let us see. They're going to give us this crap.
$10 billion later, you're going to get more pictures like this. I remember I was a super sick of fan with Star Trek and Star Wars and even space when I took what's that one? Not astronomy. Astronomy in college. It was funny because every semester the guy would be like, okay, he's going to tell us a new way we're going to die. Like either the sun was going to explode or the asteroid was going to hit us. And I was fascinated, and we'd go and look at, go to constellation parties and do this stuff. And when they told me the Hubble telescope, in those days when it was coming out, and they were going to be able to see beyond the Big Bang, I was excited. Oh my God, any day now. And then of course it malfunctioned and they couldn't see it. Yeah. They could only see so far. And right, it's the same shit all the time. And now here we go again. Now another $10 billion we're going to see better than the Hubble, which they told us was going to be the best one ever.
And don't they have that plane that they fly, that NASA plane with that thing that opens up on the side with that supposed
Sophia?
Yeah, that fucking thing. Excuse me.
Here you go, Steve.
This is that, dude.
Look at it.
Verbatim.
See if you can find that. Do you know what the name of that thing is, or I can look it up?
Gold on there? That's gold.
I got it here. I could send it to you in the private chat real quick if you want.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let me stop sharing here. Okay, so then I go over here.
You want me? Oh, you want me to send it? Okay.
Oh, I thought you said. Oh, that's why I stopped everything. I stopped the entire show for you.
Okay. Oh, I'm sharing.
Okay. Oh, and we got another issue here. This guy showed up.
Oh, look at this.
Hey, Brian.
Look at this
guy.
Hello. Thanks.
Welcome. Howdy.
Thanks, DJ.
Welcome.
I'm new here.
You're new here.
Yes. I'm just sharing.
Yeah, put DJ over it. She's way prettier to look at.
There you go. I like it.
Hi, Brian. Nice to see you.
She's wearing the Ghost Reality hat.
Oh, shoot. That's
I don't even see what's going on. I was looking at another screen. Oh, I'm covered up. Okay.
There. Okay, let's see. How do I do this?
Thank you for the happy birthdays, guys. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah. Well, we'll sing a little bit here.
10-1.
This patent.
Oh, the good old solar simulator, hey?
Yeah.
Well, not even just that. NASA has their new satellite that is, just more predictive programming. So when you see that in the sky, it's just our new satellite. But disregard this, that goes all the way back to 1904. Don't worry about that. Where the fuck is it? Sorry. Boom. There you go.
That's nuts.
Yeah, disregard all that. Disregard the honeycomb, the empty center. Disregard it all because NASA. That's why. We're going to see deeper into space. Cool. Can't wait. Can't wait for those images, those drawing images. Yeah. You got to love the propaganda. But
Satan's space.
True.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Let me see what I've got cooking here.
I like that background, Brian. That's pretty cool.
I'm on the Death Star.
You're something.
Nice. Nice.
The Death Star that's not in space.
Well, you know what? Since Brian's here, I was gonna, I've been having this thing where I don't like the names that they give us. I don't like Truther or Awake or even some of these labels of like religions and stuff. I don't go for any of those. And so Brian, on one stream, Brian he called himself a critical thinker, and then wait a second, how do I make that? This one. There we go. So with that in mind, well, I'll just put it this way. How do I make that smaller? No, I'll just do it this way. So with that in mind, we were trying to come up with something, and I thought I'd ask you guys. So what do you think about for either hat or shirt or some idea like this? So the basic idea is we call ourselves critical listeners, learners, and thinkers. And then we could have some kind of logo.
We're gonna call ourselves a bunch of clips.
Healing Batman. You even got a logo for it.
Yeah, and see, like there's a person inside like the firmament. I don't know. It's in progress.
Is that what it is?
Vagina.
No.
Vagina. The clit.
Oh wow. Wow.
Never mind. Never mind. Oh shoot.
Oh my god, I love when you do that stuff. Hey Marika.
Okay. So not all the jokes. Not all the jokes are perfect. Okay. All right. So we won't do that one. That's why I ask you guys. Okay. So now here, look, I found this story. Thought this guys you would like this. Here, this one. Where is it? Look at that. Flying microchips the size of sand grains can now be used for population surveillance. And what could go wrong with that?
Oh yeah, they've been using that stuff.
See,
but now they tell us right out in advance. They tell us.
That's what they're spraying out of those planes.
There's a clip I want to play that I know Ceiling Fan Man hates, and it's pretty much this. It's that Boris Johnson clip where he just tells everyone how smart cities and nanodust are gonna take over the world, and it's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, right. It's a good thing.
Yeah, but he's like,
nanobots know better than us.
They're gonna hook up with the nano in your blood.
Yeah, they're gonna go in. No bueno. Yeah. I'm all set.
You're gonna breathe them right in.
Okay, so what do we have next? Oh, I like this one. Here, put a little levity here. This is actually the package people that deliver. This is almost spot on. I have a friend that's UPS too. So, anyways, check this out.
Oh God! I'm surprised he doesn't have a mask on.
Yeah, I'm calling the supervisor. Kicks the door open. Jesus Christ.
Come on. I like the FedEx guy the best. I think it was funny. But
yeah.
Okay. So and just so we won't discuss this, but this supposedly fake person thinks that this event is fake, and then those people are suing him, and they've won this whole fake case of.
No, he didn't just. There's a lot more to the story than that.
I didn't know that.
I know. I'm just saying. I believe that once again, it's just to mess with us in the headlines.
Yeah.
The same exact kids got on Super Bowl 48, whatever it was, the Super Bowl the next year, and did the national anthem, some bull,
Sure seemed like
he
it.
Acted like he was for the truth on that, and then people started to buy back into Jones because he was calling it fake. And then when it came down to it, and they took his not testimony, but what's the other word? I think it'd be deposition. I think it is.
Yeah.
The word.
Mm-hmm.
They sat him down in a room. Did you guys ever watch that video? He started halfway through it, acting like he was crazy. And then he went on to say that everything he said about it being fake, he was lying. And then they used him doing that to further censor YouTube. Like they're doing right now. They did it because he sparked that with this like a few years ago. This guy's a piece of shit.
Wow.
Controlled opposition. That's all it is.
every day of the week.
There's a few big things that happened that got the YouTube censorship going over the last several years, and that was the thing in Christchurch, and that was Alex Jones and his so-called connection to that thing in Connecticut, and then then making everybody that started to latch on to him look completely ridiculous as usual when you latch on to people like that.
Honestly, in reality, the most ridiculous part of that whole story is one of the children happened to die twice. You know. I don't know if you guys remember, he died. One of the other kids, you know, they put him on the news 2-3 years later. He died in a knife stabbing in Afghanistan. Same kid,
really?
same picture.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, same. It's just like the screaming lady in Boston and the screaming lady.
Oh no, the best one was the wheelchair guy with his leg blown off, and here he got it.
Start there.
That was
out to Red Sox games and Bruins games like a month or two after that. Like, so this guy got his legs blown off at a sporting event, and now he's back at a sporting event. This time enclosed indoors with 30,000 people, and he's in. Give me a break! It'd be the last place the guy would be. Never mind the fact.
And I swear I saw one where there was a little girl that supposedly didn't make it in that place that we're not discussing, and was interviewed with Obama with her family like after it. So you saw that picture, Brian,
I remember
right?
that Dr. Carver guy.
Emily Parker. And by the way, Parker, you're talking about Emily Parker, the one that was all supposedly dead. That's Robbie's daughter, the one that was laughing.
Yeah.
And she was with Obama later. Not only that, her name is Mandela affected now, and it's no longer EMILY. It's EMILIE. Just like some of the other Y to IE changes. And if you go and you look on like their legacy page, it was supposedly written by Robbie Parker and his wife. And they have it spelled the way I remember on the freaking obituary.
Of course.
Oh my God, they spelled their own daughter's name.
Wow, that's crazy. See?
Wow.
Back showing you where the lies are.
And do you guys know how, like, you know, in politics, in the political theater stage, they use certain characters over again, obviously. There was that one doctor, I don't know if he was WHO or the C whatever people. He was, remember that one doctor that looked like Dr. Carver, but 5-10 years older? He had the white beard. Yeah. I think it was just the same guy, dude. I don't have a clip right now, but I'm sure we scroll back. Yeah, dude. Yeah. And Robbie is 33 in numerology. So is Parker. You know, that's all you need to know.
Robbie Parker. I can't stand that guy. I want to taser him. I'm tasing him right now.
Look what I found. This article that I discussed once before, and here it is. This pill is already on its way.
Oh, I thought those were hot dogs.
It's
I thought that was like, you know, those memes like, hey, this is what my inbox looks like when you go.
Yeah.
Where is it? Where are you guys? Talked about this, that they were fast tracking these pills because there's a lot of people. There's actually a phobia. I forget the name of it. Phobia of getting mystery liquids in your arm, but so a lot of people don't like the injections, so now they're going to pills because everyone loves popping pills. And this is now the second company, and they've already what do you call it, ordered not the picture, get out of the picture. They already ordered a bunch of these. The United States, I think, has already ordered I forget what it said, but a lot. They've ordered a lot. And what I thought was interesting, it was wonderful that Steve's here tonight because he loves these things. So the pill, which is called Molnupiravir.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's where it's somewhere here in the article. I got to find it, but it was named after Thor's hammer, of course.
What's wrong with these people?
Well, it's
all the Trump-tards are going to be like, oh, yeah, Thor, you know, America. Freedom, Trump.
Hey, Trump's the man. I died of COVID last week, and he resurrected me, Steve.
Dude, he's right around the corner. Just keep holding your breath. He's right
Any day now. Any day now.
That's why you guys don't get it. That's why he created Space Force. He went to Mars. It was secret mission. He's at Mars, and he's coming back with the alien race. No, they already saved the children.
He did Operation Warp Speed. He got this whole thing going.
That's right.
He's the savior.
And don't forget, he was the guy on TV holding the box up going, hey, everyone, buy this brand. I've never seen a president in my life hold up a product. That's why I actually thought he was not. I thought he was the
Yeah,
president.
he got paid for that for sure.
No, for anyone who ever had a question, let's just pretend. Let's pretend for a minute. Pretend that there's a killer virus going around. Pretend that's an actual thing.
Mhm.
As a leader of people, what would your first action be? This guy's first executive order was 5G 2020 and beyond. Who's he for? Who's he for? In a real world, who's he for? In a fake world, obviously he's not for us, but in a real world, he's still not for you, bro. Trump tards. I deal with them all day, every day,
See, they don't get the bloodline thing. They don't understand that these people are all in the same bloodline. They're all related, and they're all meant to have these roles to play. He's no better than the other guy,
Well, that's the thing. Again, as I've discussed ad nauseum on this show about how I started as a Trump tart and then figured out he's no different, and provably so, because I can go through the presidents that I kind of remember when I was growing up until now, and I was vaguely aware of presidencies, basically going back to Carter and then Ford, and then you had Reagan. And then you had, I think you had Ford, then Carter, then Reagan, then a Bush, and then you had Clinton, and then you had another Bush, and then you had another, I don't know. It didn't matter who was in the office. You go all the way through Trump. It doesn't matter. Your life doesn't change. Sometimes you pay more taxes, sometimes you pay less, but you still did all the things that you wanted to do up until recently. And whoever's in the office, it doesn't matter. And what's sad is we got away from doing things for ourselves, and we outsourced it so much that it ended up in the hands of a bunch of criminals. And now we can't get it back unless we have to create our own. We can't have them change theirs. They're not going to do that.
No, they're not going to do that. We have to tear the system apart and start over. Everybody must go.
Do you guys remember that video a couple of years ago before Trump was president where a literal 12-year-old girl proved without a shadow of a doubt every president up to Obama was related to the Queen?
Yeah.
That
was awesome.
That's ridiculous, And let's pretend we're in a real world. Independence, freedom, 1774.
Yeah.
Why are we still in a bloodline with them? Why wouldn't we just start pure,
Yeah, and it's not just the presidents. It's all of them. Even the Hollywood bloodline people, they're all related.
I'm
all
just saying,
and people don't understand. They can't wrap their head around that. But once you start researching it and getting into all this stuff, that's where it leads you. They're all related, and they're all into the same shit, and that's all Satanism, Luciferianism.
And if arguably, and again, I'm not saying this, but arguably, if people have pointed out incidences in our current reality that maybe don't seem the way that they were told us, how hard would it be to fake something from 1776? I've already covered multiple times that the story they told me in school of Paul Revere, one if by land, two if by sea, the British are coming, and he rides in on a horse in Lexington. Now, if you look at it, I have the book here. It's totally different now if you look into it. He didn't make it. He got captured. They stole his horse. He had to walk into town. The riot already happened without him. So if changes in history are happening right in front of us in one generation, how hard would it be to tell you that, this is what went down? We're supposed to believe a bunch of people in red. I'm sorry, I'm on a roll. A bunch of people in red coats stood in the middle of a street while all the U.S. guys were hunkered around in coverage. No, they walk right down the middle of the street, and those guns they had to stamp down and take forever to load. Come on, that's stupid. Sorry, Jen, go ahead.
Hit them with
No, I was just saying that, what you're referring to here, the things that we learned are different than, because, due to the Mandela effect and different things like that, it seems to be an ongoing war on truth. What's true today isn't true tomorrow. And so where does that leave truth? But if you look at where we are in the Bible here, the last couple of pages, and Satan having his short season and having control over time and the dividing of time and laws and all this stuff like that, because he is the great deceiver and the man of lawlessness. Jesus is the life, the way, and the truth, or the truth, the way, and the life, however you say it. And so Jesus would be truth. And it seems like truth is being just ripped apart, the JFK thing, even though that whole thing was a fake event and everything, most people remember 4 people in the car, but now there's 6. I mean, I'm telling people, retired vets, that there's 6 people in the car, and they're like, no, there's 4 people. No, what are you talking about? There's 2 women in the car. So, that's a truth for them. They were there. It's seared into their mind. It was their generation and stuff, just like 9/11 is for us. And then to find that, things are not what we remember. So we don't trust ourselves, trust truth. There's just a war on truth right now. I can see it happening. And to me, that would be like a war on Jesus, you might say, because if you're searching for truth, you're searching for Jesus. Jesus is the truth. It says that God sent, in Thessalonians there, it says God sent the great delusion because these people did not love truth. Well, they did not love truth. He doesn't say they did not love Jesus. He says they did not love truth.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And we were talking about this the other day, Ceiling Fan, I think, or maybe it was with you, Jen. People, there's a deception on people even in the truth community, and I feel like it's because they're not bounded to the idea of just the whole creation concept and the garden and the fall and all the implications that came from that to bring us to where we are today. And I feel like if you're not grounded in that, you're still going to be deceived, and even us who can see through it all, we still have to make the conscious choice. Do we just, ignore that deception, or do we, tackle it head on and avoid it, whatever the cause or the take may be? You gotta, there's always a choice, but if you can't see the forest through the trees by now, it's we're getting there.
And that's why I think what Zulu says here, we love truth. That's why we're together. I didn't join this groups or whatever just for flat earth or just for Mandela or just for this. They're all pieces to the same puzzle. And we just happen to be the group that actually says, yes, all of these things are happening, because there's so many of us that they fall off on this or that. And that's partly why this thumbnail that I put, and for those of you guys don't know, Steve and I do a show where we discuss Bible passages. We break it down as to what we think it says. And
it's not easy.
No, it's not. And John 13, he's a whole thing about washing feet. And he talks about that's the only way you can get in. It's so confusing. It took me about 4 or 5 times to finally figure it out. And we'll do a breakdown on it. But basically, what I say, look into it. And if not, join us on Sunday. How about that? But there's a lot to do here. And we're all just trying to figure it out together. And we just are lovers of truth. And that's how we all ended up together,
Absolutely.
I didn't know any of this existed just a few years back,
It's crazy. Like you're saying, we're all pieces to the puzzle, and we don't understand, like, even I think as a group, how big this puzzle really is. But it's still unique and cool. We all have pieces to this puzzle that's just going, and we're always finding out new things. There's not a day go by where I don't learn something new. So it's just it's cool, and it's pretty sweet how we're like put here now, in like the midst of the chaos, because we could figure it out, or we're strong enough, or there's just, there's something that we got to do, we're doing it. We're giving it a shot at least.
And if we keep our eyes open to the little miracles throughout our lives, I did a whole series of shows where I talked about, I don't use the word luck anymore. I just use blessings. And when you literally say it enough and count your blessings, you realize how often God's not only walking with you, but speaking right to you. And so yesterday, I had a friend, and he's Muslim, but he travels around, and he stopped in this one store. And as he was leaving, he normally wouldn't even be in this store, but as he was leaving, he saw this really beautiful book on the shelf. And he asked him if it was important. And the guy said, no, I don't even know the story and how the guy got it. It didn't sound like it was like handed down or anything. And he asked if he could buy it, and he sold it to him. And he brought it to me yesterday. And it's funny because right at the time I was receiving it, Jen called me. So it's like the connections to all this stuff is just fascinating to me. And because I was talking about both you guys, because the pictures in here, I know you'll just eat up. And Brian, there's stuff in here I've already found that were Mandela effects. That's why I sent you. There's a etching in here that's wrong and stuff. But it's this book.
Awesome.
It's a
Look
holy
at how
Bible.
big this thing is. Oh
I know.
my
Let me.
God.
I'll go full screen here.
It's like
Let's
the
see.
Bible of Bibles.
Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Look at
Wow.
this thing.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
That's
That
crazy.
is amazing looking.
And the binding's in good condition.
And what's the year on it?
1881.
Wow.
And here's the kicker too. Besides how beautiful it is, and I'm reading up on the best way to take care of it, and I'm going to get a stand so I can look into it and not ruin it too much. But like the etchings are just incredible. And there's a whole series in the beginning that's just that. And then there's a bunch of, regular pages of the Bible. And then there's some missing books, which, I don't even understand because they didn't find the Dead Sea Scrolls. And so I'm going to look through what those are because they have them in here. There's about 25 pages of just going over the history of how they put it together from the 1600s on up, and all the different scholars, most of them from Oxford and Yale and all Illuminati colleges. And it's fascinating, just that part. But then right when I opened it, the very first or second etching is this.
What is that? Can't see.
I'm trying to get it closer. Hang on.
Oh.
So that is a picture of Moses
Oh.
in a basket.
Yeah. In the reeds.
The problem is now he's in an ark.
Are you
So
serious?
I believe so. So the etching was wrong. Why is that? And then I went into it, and of course, what is the one?
What do you mean an ark?
Isaiah?
Is it like a mini ship, an ark? What do you mean?
I guess it says ark. So like she's in a hurry and she builds a little tiny boat and puts him in.
Okay.
And they got it wrong in the movie because he puts it in a basket in the movie. Am I right, Brian? Didn't that change to an ark? I thought.
I'm not sure about that one.
Oh, all right. I'll look on that one. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but in any case, it's a beautiful, crazy book. And but here's, and if that wasn't enough, so in it, there's there was this page in Psalms, this thing, and it's the guy who owned the book, who has the exact same first name as me, Richard, which is interesting. So it was owned by Richard, and now it is 200 years later. And now
awesome.
In it, there's a thing for his wife died, and they were having a service, right? And on the service, it says, yourself and your family are invited to attend the funeral of the residents of her husband and blah, blah, blah. Thursday, the 24th at, what does it say, 11 o'clock. Carriages will be in waiting at Medford Station on the arrival of the 7:30 train from Philadelphia and the 7:45 train from Trenton. And then it has the date in 1887. And the actual day and month is my exact birthday.
Dude, that's nuts.
So that's some weird stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
I'd take
So
a walk.
when my friend was handing me that and Jen was calling me and we were just discovering it, both our mouths were open. And I was like, hey, Jen, can I call you back? It has my actual birthday on it.
That is amazing. See, like I say, guys, there's no coincidences. That coincidence shelf is just falling apart now.
Yeah.
The shelf done broke.
The shelf broke. Where are we at here? It's one of these.
That's very true.
Okay. So let's see. Let's finish up here a few things.
Mr. Brady was hot back in the day.
I never saw him as hot, but
He didn't.
but yeah.
He was large. He was like 6 something. Pretty
And
tall.
then oh wait, I lost it. Hang on a second. Let me pull this tab back up here. Amongst yourselves.
It's hard when you're on the screen.
Oh shit. Amateur hour. Here we go.
Everybody in the chat saying Mr. Brady was gay.
That's what they say. That's what they said.
Someone said Tom Brady
Brady
sucks.
Sucks on Mr. Brady's dick.
All right, calm down.
All
It's
right,
not that late
enough.
night. Yes, yes.
Not that kind of show tonight.
Oh, but he can show a clip up on the screen and draw it out.
Stop it. You called it that. I was trying to come up with a good T-shirt, and obviously I was wrong. So I I made a mistake. Okay, here's the one Jen needs to calm down on. So I actually broke this story last night on Brian's show, and here you got to see this. This is fantastic. So it's not fantastic that this woman died. Apparently, my screen sharing not yet. Where is it? This one. Share this one. So a 105-year-old woman. She survived the 1918 flu, which actually none of us remember except in the last few years. I don't remember learning about it in school. I remember the Black Plague and a few others. But in any case, this 105-year-old woman who survived the 1908 flu, then she got COVID, unfortunately, and she died. And
She
her
was 105.
and her daughter, Jen, is very upset
She don't look
about
upset.
her. She is very upset, and so is the mom, or that's the grandma, I guess.
Don't you just love these stories?
Yeah, they're so and I like where she says that she would have lived a lot longer had it not been for contracting that. She was 105.
105, guys. Come on.
And didn't this change, Brian? I remember this totally different. This arm, I thought she was more buff.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird one too.
She wearing shoulder pads? Oh, that must just.
Didn't she have something on her head too, like around her forehead, like a red bandana?
Yes,
something?
she had a red bandana.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, she doesn't.
And she
have
looks
anything.
prettier. She looked a little bit, I don't know, more manly.
Yeah.
Before.
A little more butch back in the day.
More butch, yeah. Boy, Jen, you're really holding it together.
I'm not saying nothing.
You're doing great. I love you. Okay, so now how about this? I figured you'd see this one soon, Brian. So now the new domestic terrorists are people that stand up for their kids in school and don't want the forced mass vaccination.
Well, they have their face diaper down around their chin.
Yeah. But could they find two more rabid-looking people? You know what I mean? It's like, God. But
wow.
Yeah, here's your new domestic terrorist. The school board is actually asking Biden to describe these people as domestic terrorists.
We said that before, guys, that it was going to be, that's what we'll wind up being, biological domestic terrorists. We're a biological threat because now, we choose not to go along with the, jab thing. Yeah. So.
All right. So let's see. We covered that one. What's this? Well, that's us. And then, you know what? This is on a video about germs that I covered a while back, and it's private right now. So I'm trying to but maybe I can play this part of it. So here, if you guys haven't seen this will help you understand what to do with the pandemic going on.
There's a pandemic.
Is it low? Can you hear it?
Barely.
Germs are tiny little creatures that want to kill you. They're called bacteria, asshole. Sorry.
Jeez, Jen.
Germs are everywhere. On the inside of windows. On pencils. On apples. In the U.S. mail.
There's germs on apples.
Between your piggies. And especially on dirty, filthy cowboys.
Dirty, filthy cowboys.
Well, I ain't no cowboy.
And dogs are full of germs too, so never let a dog eat your hair.
What?
Germs can enter the body in a number of ways. Whenever you get a railroad spike impaled through your head.
Holy shit!
Wow.
What are we feeling, man? Like, is this like an Italian mob thing or whatever? What's going on?
That's the reason they say it though, because if I did get impaled with a railroad spike to the head, I would die of COVID. So I guess it makes sense.
I can't get the information out to my people if you guys continue to talk over. All right. Where we go?
No, that's not another clit, is it? Okay.
Oh, stop it, you.
he said CLLT. No big deal.
Scrape can be deadly. As soon as you're injured, immediately cover the open wound with crazy glue to keep the germs from getting in.
Dude, I never learned that.
Hell yeah.
What you can do is go to your doctor.
Crazy glue.
And look up your nose to see if there's any germs hiding there.
Oh my God.
When you take a shower, be sure to wash everywhere, especially the really stinky parts. And make sure you wash
that wink was for you, ceiling fan man.
or else a giant talking bar of soap will No one will ever hear from you.
Oh my God.
Always burn your
Hey, they have this stuff
Wait,
out,
what?
and it's called
Hey, that guy has a
antibacterial
mask
soap.
on.
What?
That guy has a mask on. That guy has a mask on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh, look, he
Dude, this
does.
is from like the 60s, these clips.
Wow, look at that. That's a good catch, Brian. But look, this is
Wow.
why they have antibacterial soap out, because it's bacteria.
Right. Oh, I don't go back to that one here, right here. Where is
There
it?
he
His
is.
hand.
There he is. Big
Where'd it go?
winker.
Here we go.
A bar of soap will appear in your bedroom one night, and no one will ever hear from you again. Always burn your clothes immediately after wearing them.
Nice.
Possible. Have your dinner.
Did it say burn your clothes
Yeah.
after
It appears-
playing?
Rinse your mouth with hydrochloric acid after every meal. Run for once before the germs get you too.
Okay, so I'm not a medical professional. I don't know if I'd go along with anything you saw there, just in case. I don't want
Did you
anybody
say put hydrochloric acid in your mouth?
He might have.
don't
Again,
I don't think that's FDA approved.
yeah, see, I don't either. So, yeah, probably we shouldn't listen to anything you saw.
Yeah.
Man.
And that spike in the head, no bueno.
Yeah, and that, you know what, though? That's some good advice. At all possible, avoid a spike in your head. Am I right?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
It ain't easy, but I'm trying.
It ain't easy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
just
God,
dodged
dodge
one
that all the
yesterday.
time.
Yeah.
True. Yep. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if that's true.
You're
I could, you know what, Steve? That I might call bullshit on that.
Bullshit!
Yeah, I'm allowed to curse occasionally.
I'll say you could curse.
Yeah, well, it's my show. So, okay, so where are we at here? And I won't play the whole thing here, but since it is Brian's birthday today, and
Oh God.
what? I've done anything.
I wouldn't have done this, by the way.
Where is it?
Oh
Here,
no.
I found this thing, and it's something that you can find online for any name, by the way, if your people are looking for it. But
It's your birthday today, Brian.
Dinosaurs,
Brian.
space shuttles.
Look.
Brian.
Oh my
Celebrate, we will control. The night is yours. Destiny awaits. So share toast with your closest mates. It's your birthday today, Brian.
I don't know if I want to have another birthday.
Brian.
There's this Cobra Kai.
Yeah, that's me.
Go out, suck that nose.
That's my favorite, I think.
That was a special sheeple just for you.
Wow, interesting.
What did I do?
And you know what's funny about that too, besides the actual video? So I'm looking for it, and guess what I came across? This guy, I'm not playing it. This guy had a Beavis and Butthead thing.
Nice
And look,
residue. The residue
yeah,
on the
look,
screen.
exactly. See, this is for the people who don't know. They've changed it. The Kit Kat dash disappeared. Now it reappeared here. But
Oh.
this guy that obviously loves this show, it's wrong.
I sent Brian residue for Paint It Black. On the title, on the sidebar, it said Paint It Black. And then on the thumbnail, it said Painted Black.
Oh my
Oh,
Did you
god.
see the Kevin Bacon video I made? He did a video on TikTok singing it the way we remember.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
I
funny
see
when I
your red door and I want to paint it black.
It's funny when I see, like, it'll come on in my car, and like if I'm just like listening to the radio, it'll say painted black, but obviously
Yeah.
it's not what you hear.
Right.
And I try to point that out to everyone in the car. I'm like, I'm like, before they get to the whatever, I'm like, what do you remember? They're like, painted black. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you'll see, and it's painted now. I'm like, nice.
It's
Yeah.
so
like,
weird.
They like either blows him away or they're like, oh yeah, you know, I was like 6 years old. I'm like, no, bro, yesterday you weren't 6 years old. Like, I don't know why everyone says that. Like, oh, must be misremembering.
Well, with that one, I've given the deniers exactly what they asked. Show us the actual actors saying the lines the way you remember. Well, the musicians,
No problem.
Rolling Stones, twice live singing it.
Yeah.
I doing. I want to paint it black.
I would say get them live or on some
Yeah.
Leno show, and they're painted or painted. Sorry, yeah. See,
Missy Elliott came out for that Super Bowl 2 years ago with the Pepsi commercial. I see a red door and I want to paint it black.
hmm
You know?
You know why he wants to paint it black? Because red doors are no bueno.
yeah.
Right, Steve?
You find a church that's got a red door.
You
I
walk
would-
the other way.
Yeah, man.
That's funny.
It's not,
Well-
man. That's where the bad things happen.
Bad things happen with red door churches.
Yeah.
Just saying.
For like the week I figured that out, I sent that to like one of my friends, and they're like, "I'm working in a church with a red door right now. Pack it up and get out, man."
Dude, you can't make this shit up.
So if you guys want to discuss something, or I also have my game. So whatever you want to do. Do you have something you want to bring to the table, Jen or Steve, or even Brian? Did you want to do, or you just want to just chill? And,
I'm just chilling. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom and be right back.
oh,
But I'm
thanks
just
for- All right, we'll wait for the game for a minute when you come back. So,
Okay.
Steve, you got some stuff to show? I don't have anything ready.
I
see if
got,
you have some, and I'll say hi to some people and pull it up.
I got a bunch of things to show, but like,
Okay.
Zulu says, "What's with the red door?" It involves children.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah, it's kind of like that stuff. Honestly, I found out about this frequently through the Q people, but they take it to an extreme. But there's truth in lies and everything.
well, that's
and
what
use
they
your
do.
discernment. But yeah, those symbols to the people that care about them mean things, and that's why they do the cover of the eye and all this stuff, and the red shoes and all that stuff. So
Mhm.
it has to do with that. But that'd be for like your own personal research. I don't usually go over that stuff on this show. There's probably still people that still do that stuff, I think. But yeah, I think somehow it's connected to the red shoes, Billy. Yeah. So, all right. So who do we got here? So we could say hi. What does this say?
Well, we know who the
What
man
you
with
doing?
one red shoe was, right?
What's that? Yeah. And
Right?
you know, it's a funny thing I do for whenever I write to Brian. I just arbitrarily in the emails, I'll just write the word Tom Hanks in there just so he has to read it because I know how much he loves it. And yeah, The Man with the One Red Shoe is a Tom Hanks movie.
Also, fucking, he's Larry Corona.
Right. And he was the first one to
that's
get
crazy,
it with his,
yeah.
and he spent his quarantine with a Corona typewriter.
He also supposedly turned on the switch for CERN in 2009.
Oh, check
Correct.
this out. Remember when he wrote that like tweet or that like public letter when they got the vid in Australia, and he mentioned like, you know,
Yeah.
she beat me 201, whatever, blah blah blah. Then he mentioned Vegemite, you know, and everyone's like, oh, it's because he's in Australia, they're eating Vegemite, blah blah blah. But little did I know that Vegemite was actually the first product in Australia digitally on a barcode. So I think it was more like a wink to like, here comes the digital passports. And yeah, isn't that crazy, man?
Yeah, I think I remember you telling me about this a long time ago.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's something that I like, not like, you know, I re picked up on it a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, oh, that's something we shouldn't be forgetting for sure. It's always good to dig back, like go back in a year and see what you find, and it's like, oh yeah, oh, Vegemite's 33. Apparently, someone said. I would not doubt it.
And I'd never heard of it before they had those, what was the guys from Australia, Men at Work. In their song, they talk about a Vegemite sandwich. Never knew what it was before that. So, one of those guys. Okay. Well, Brian's back. Hey, so why don't we, you guys want to try my game? See how we
Yes.
do?
Let's
Okay.
do it.
I'm good at games. I'm the best.
You're the best. Okay. All right. Hopefully everyone's ready. And let's see See if I can do this. I'm going to let it just play for a second to make sure that I have sound. Because sometimes I have an issue with that. Okay, where are you here? And I want to put it here. I think. Okay. Oh, wait, I can't see myself that way, though. That's not going to work.
Two boys right there.
Let's try this again. I'll try it this way.
Rolling with the 5-0.
Okay, is that going to work?
Are you fucking working with the police, ceiling fan man?
Yes, quiet you. You're with the FBI or the CIA, one of the two. Okay, stop the game. Okay, somehow it didn't start where it was supposed to, but it's fine. Okay, so the game is called Cop or Not. Okay, everyone play along. And so basically I'm going to show someone covered up, and we're going to decide if it's a cop or if it's not. So that's pretty it, right? That's easy. That's it, right? So we're good.
How many joints did you smoke?
Yeah, like,
That's very true.
No, wait, no, we don't want that one.
Mango only pawn in game of life.
they're
Okay.
showing you with this shit.
What's that?
Nothing. Good.
Okay, so you guys, you heard the audio though, right? That had audio.
This guy, hold on, though, but this guy's got fucking cop written all over him.
Well, okay. Well, what are you guys saying in the chat? Are they all saying cop? So let's see. I'm seeing
cop,
some
I got
knots. I'm
not,
seeing cops. Yeah.
Duck, whatever that means.
Duck. Oops. Okay. Well, let's keep going. See what we got here. So that's a cop.
The cop.
All right. I didn't say they would start out hard, but they might get a little harder. All right. What are you guys thinking? Cop or not? Cop or
I'm
not?
gonna say not on this one.
Brian says not. What we got from Jen?
I'm going with the not.
Jen's going with the not. Steve?
You know, he's got the stupid ass flag. I'm going with it.
All right, so we got one cop and two knots, and then whatever the chat's doing.
Exactly. Narc. See, someone's got it.
Yeah, but I guess that would qualify though as a cop, wouldn't it? Or no, I guess.
Is
the way
Ryder one of them?
See, the way you're saying that, I know I'm wrong now.
What? I don't. Okay, let's just keep going. All right, the chat will catch up. No, that one was just an ad for some kind of. It was actually for that hat, I believe. It's a different guy. Anything there? Cop or not?
I'm gonna say not again. I'm gonna say not.
So we got not. We got some knots. Okay.
Notting.
We'll give the chat a minute or two here. There's a little bit of a lead in with the music. Okay. We doing good? Hopefully people are still.
We're winning.
How's our percentages? We're doing good?
We're doing good.
It's getting a little more difficult.
This guy's definitely a cop. This guy's a cop.
Yeah, he's a cop.
Can I
Cop,
double
cop?
down? Can I double down for cop?
All right. You want cop also? Okay, so we got
Cop.
cops. Okay.
I've seen this cop.
Oh, it's
Oh
lurking
my
around
God.
your neighborhood, Steve.
Oh, shit. Okay, so let's see. Let's keep going here. Okay.
Yep. Well,
It's a cop.
Go cop.
How are you so bad at Billy Cup?
Awful at this game.
Okay. How we doing here?
I'm gonna go with undercover cop. Is that one of them?
He does look like an undercover cop to me. But
I'm going not.
So we got two cops and one not.
I'm gonna say he's an undercover cop. Oh, I'm gonna say he's an off-duty cop, and he's got a fucking badge on his waist, even though he's wearing street clothes. Go ahead.
So technically we got two cops and one not, right? Is the chat all good?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what's going on here. photographer.
It's an undercover cop taking pictures of people.
Oh, come on. You can't do that. All right. What are we doing here? Come on, peeps.
Oh,
Told you they were going to get harder. I told you they were going to get harder. Yeah.
I'm so confused.
That means you got to smoke some more weed.
One thing, this is whether it's a cop or not, this guy definitely is a Globie big time.
Globie, let's not even start where he is, dude.
I'm going to say he's an Australian.
So I'm seeing in the chat, I think I see a not, what the F, F that. Yeah. So, but then a lot of cops, knots. I don't know. Everyone's kind of confused. What does our panel say?
It looks like his glasses are fake too.
Yeah, man. Everything looks really off.
We'll start with Steve this time. Steve is voting thumbs down, so not. Jen is saying.
Can I say
maybe?
He might be National Guard.
Yeah, like, does that count? Is any of that military stuff mean cop or no? Not in this world, I guess. I don't know. Jackwagon. There you go.
Here's what I'll tell you. I've only picked people that had like police in their name. Okay. So I can't tell you. Maybe military police sometimes, maybe not. But I didn't pick like military, like National Guard, Army. That I didn't do that to mess with the game. So I tried to keep the rules correct.
All right, I'm going to go with.
I made them.
I'm going to go with cop.
Say no.
I'm going
with
cop.
Say no.
Okay, so was that 3 no's? Okay, 3 no's.
But it doesn't mean doesn't mean I trust this fucking asshole.
I didn't say that. I'm not asking you to get a loan from the guy. Okay, here we go.
I know. I mean, if this guy came around, I'd be real suspicious.
Well, you should look at that mask.
You should change it though. Look, you should change it. You should change it to Jackwagon or not.
Yeah, he is a cop in the Philippines.
Are you serious?
I said cop. Me. I said.
Wait a minute. I thought I cut off you at Lowe's.
You're wrong. Upstairs is wrong. The booth is wrong. On the field's right.
What does that mean? Oh, Jen had it. Jen got it. Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Damn.
That's a good one, though, huh? Yeah.
I just fought so hard to get tied. Now I'm back down.
If this guy shows up at Flattoberfest with
you heard me, Steve.
I did.
Thank you.
I don't ever win, so it's okay.
Philly fan man knows all the cops.
Okay. I told you they're going to get harder.
That's definitely a cop. That's a cop all day long. That's a cop.
You guys all think this is a cop. Okay.
Yeah.
That's definitely a cop.
So I have 3 cops. Okay. Let's see what the chat has to give him a second here.
No, you got the 3 of us and we got you, the CIA asset, but that's a cop.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I think I've given the chat enough time in the past to catch up. Let's play and see where we go.
Hello, officer.
That is a cop. And I thought it was a Vietnamese cop, but it turns out no, it's a Filipino cop. I just didn't realize the difference.
Oh, you hate Filipinos.
I did that for Brian. Okay, cop or not.
This one's kind of.
I'm going to say not.
He's got the haircut. I'm going cop.
I'm saying not.
Look at the glasses.
Wait,
I'm going to say this motherfucker's a cop. I'm going to say he's a cop.
Yeah, I think those are Under Armour glasses. He's got to be a cop.
All right, so what do we got?
Look at the
haircut. I'm going with cop.
His name's Dan.
No, Jen says not a cop.
Not a
Jen
cop.
says not. Okay, so we got Jen is
He's just a proud coward. That's all.
All right,
that's a gynecologist.
Where are we? Let's see.
That's very true.
Maybe. I don't know.
See, there's a no parking sign behind him. He's got a fresh ticket in his hand.
Well, let's see.
Yes.
Let's go cop with your cop class.
Come on. We're all going to be tied again.
This guy's a police chief.
Yeah, buddy.
Exactly.
You're really bad at
glasses are a giveaway.
What's that?
All tied.
What's that? The
I'm
glasses
gonna
are
give
giveaway?
this guy a break and say, yeah, he was dead giveaway with his glasses.
The other guy. Okay, so where are we at here? So we got a fresh slate.
School.
Yeah, I think this guy's just chilling. I just think he's a regular guy wearing a mask.
He's a not. What do you say, Jen?
Not.
Kind of old too.
And Steve, did you say? I didn't hear you.
Now, if this comes up, he's a retired cop. And I'm saying that.
Iffy Joe.
Okay. It looks like the guy from Terminator 2, but what do we got here?
Yeah, I mean,
oh, dude, it does.
I mean, how could you say this guy doesn't look like a cop? I mean, he might not be, but I mean,
that's the game, man.
You got the fucking Liquid Terminator on the screen, dude.
See, I'm gonna say not.
He looks like the cop from Judgment Day with the E.
Yeah. Healthy guy, yeah.
All right, so what do we?
Definitely Popo. Yeah. This
Okay, so Brian's going with cop. Jen.
Yeah, 5-0 all day long.
5-0, and Steve.
Sure, 5. Yep.
All right, we got all three going on board, locking in your answers.
I like Karen B's option.
Yeah.
That was a cop. But the whole idea of the
1000, dude. The
T1000. Yeah,
the fucking T1000, the Liquid Terminator.
That's the crazy thing about this. Is like, yeah, the game's fun and funny, but we live in a nightmare world. Like, you can't tell. This is a cop. If he rolled up to you and you wouldn't know. You know what I mean? Some of these guys, it's weird. Anyways, sorry. Okay, next. Okay, well, what do we think?
Fuck? What
F is going on here?
Like, we went into the dark web or something, dude. Like, what is going on here?
I don't want to see this.
Let's see. Okay, cop or not? See, it's getting harder, isn't it?
Yeah, you're tripping me up with all this military stuff. I'm gonna say not.
No.
So we got 2 no's and a Steve is what?
Steve's a cop.
No.
Okay, let's see what we got.
Darn it.
Once again, it's a cop.
It's a military cop
in Philippines. But he did have cop on his. There's another picture where he had cop
on
his
thing.
Yeah,
police. It says policeman.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a jackwagon right there. It should say jackwagon or not.
Whoever that is, I want to drop kick them in the fucking face.
Well, like I think Karen said, there was a third option, but you're right. It doesn't matter whether this guy's a cop or not. The fact that we live in a world that this is acceptable. Wake up, people. Come on. Wake up. Join us. This should never be acceptable.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna go with on this one.
He's got a knot, and well, I'm just gonna let it play through. See, this was for Zulu One if he's in the chat, because this is an EMT training.
I've seen Zulu One wear that thing on his head.
Oh my goodness! I'm sorry, Zulu.
Sorry, Zulu.
I mean, if she was like, if that was some kind of Tommy Tell the Truth kind of joint thing that sprayed a bunch of pot in here, I'd see that. But otherwise, this is insane. Anyways, moving on.
Tommy says he doesn't smoke that much.
What's that?
Tommy says he doesn't really smoke that much weed.
No, I know.
I'm just saying.
I believe him.
On what day?
He doesn't. I get it, but no. When he does, his bong hits with that thing is amazing. So that's all. Anyways,
guys,
moving
he's
on.
notorious for hitting a bucket bong every hour, 20 past the hour, no matter what. And he tries to tell me he doesn't smoke a lot of weed.
Well, I also say the same thing. I don't smoke anymore or drink anymore. I just don't do it any less. See, where's that thing?
I like that.
We'll leave that for another time.
Okay. So next, let's keep going here. Okay.
Cop.
Brian says cop.
No.
Right
No,
away.
no. Her eyes, I don't think she's a cop. I just wanted to say she's a cop, but she doesn't look like she's a cop.
She looked like
So
she
I'm
got
gonna say no.
brutalized. She's looking like she's got brutalized by a cop.
Yeah, exactly what I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta get you for that. Where's that one?
That's
go with
very
Steve.
true.
Okay, so we got Brian says not. Jen says she was brutalized by a cop, so that'd be not. And Steve is on board or are going against. What are we doing here, Steve?
She's about to get fucking raped by a cop.
Oh, good.
Okay, go ahead.
Steve, hurry up before Brian loses his shit. What do you say, Steve?
Somebody called her a Karen.
I don't know, man. Cop. F it.
Okay.
Screw it.
So Steve's just throwing out their cop for no other apparent reason. Just to throw it out there. Okay, here we go, everyone in the chat. Let's see. Whoa!
Boom, baby.
How many did I get? How many did I get? Everyone, I'll look at the chat later. I'll know.
I'm one up on you too, Mother James. Yeah.
You are, Steve. He's winning.
Steve went with his heart, with his gut. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So that's who's gonna come save you when you call. Okay, next.
A brutalized.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Globy. I'm gonna say Globy.
Okay, we
Okay.
can add that if you like, but
Not a cop.
so Jen goes with a no. We got Steve
Hair's
going with
pulled back in like a
He's got-
ponytail or something.
Yeah,
It looks
he's
like.
got some gay hair. Yeah. We're all set.
This guy, yeah,
Something
he's
going on.
he's fucking slimy looking, but I don't know if he's a cop.
okay, can I at least say this? I'll help you. That's a woman, at least supposedly, as they told me. Okay, so let's start over. If you guys want to re-vote, I'll allow you to re-vote.
right. Let's just start over.
Calm yourself, Jen. I know you want to talk about feet right now, but keep going. Yeah.
And I'm gonna say that.
Forehead. Do you see that sloping forehead?
Yo, I said shit.
That's a woman, dude. You're gonna have to show me proof.
Yeah, I
That's
need proof
very
on
true.
this.
No.
You're gonna have to show us proof. Stanley.
I need
Well,
proof.
first you have to decide whether she is a cop or not a cop.
I gotta decide whether it's a she first or not.
What's going on here?
That'll be
I
a
need to
different
start
show,
this.
and it'll probably be on Jen's channel before it gets taken down. But yes, we can
Send
do that.
me this
So-
picture. Oh my gosh. See? We naturally thought it was
Crazy.
Okay, so I'm still waiting to hear. We got to get past this. Anybody say
And you know
cop
that
or
he
not?
did that to set us up. He did that to set us up for this.
Oh,
I'm gonna
wow.
still
Listen
say
to
that.
them.
You knew we were all gonna think that was a guy, dude.
he did
How
that.
did I know that? I don't read your minds. Anyways,
Just
Steve,
pick
what do you
something that
say?
was-
I gotta.
I'm going with no.
Did I
I
see
can
the
start with
feet
Steve.
at least? Does she have
Steve
feet?
says
I
no.
need proof.
Stop it, Jen.
Show me
You gotta
fucking
say first.
I'm gonna say
Stop
no.
it, Brian. Okay, Jen. Is Jen says a no? What'd you say, Steve? I forgot.
No, it's not a woman. I
Who
mean,
knows?
Yes,
Oh,
yes. Not a cop and not a girl.
Okay, fine. You know what? I'm just gonna keep rolling. We'll just move on.
You brought this on yourself.
see, I was right. It's not.
Brutal looking woman.
Whoops. What happened? Shoot.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hold on. Party foul. Hang on. We're in here somewhere.
Boo.
Oh, just calm yourself. We're right here. See, no harm, no foul. Okay, next.
No.
No.
Three no's.
The glasses,
Like the
no.
woman I
She's
would know
jogging.
that. It's
She's got
Heather
like
Locklear.
green on.
No hesitation.
Yeah.
Shit.
No
Cops don't wear
hesitation.
those kind of
How's the
sunglasses.
chat doing? Everyone good? Okay, let's see. We got three no's. Oh, no. What happened there?
I could have
He's
tuned
got
up
her
you
like
guys.
so bad.
She had her like Joan Rivers glasses on, being a cop. He's like with her like, I'm a superstar sunglasses.
Wow, what a bunch.
All right, yeah, this is a cop.
crap.
This is a
All
cop.
right, Jen says cop.
And it's a man for sure.
We're not even going to go through that anymore. Jen says cop. Steve says.
Jen says male cop.
Male cop.
Okay, fine. If you guys want to determine, that's fine. What do you say, Brian?
I say male cop with a hint of Argentinian descent in there.
Yo.
Okay,
we're getting the feminine side.
That
we're
is
getting very specific now.
He's definitely got some South American. He's like a South American cop. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness!
Straight out of Ireland.
That was the appropriate. That was the appropriate version of what I was gonna say.
What is yours, Steve? Is he a cop or not?
I'm gonna go with cop, and I'm gonna refrain from the comment I was gonna say.
Sounds great. Here we go.
It's a sheriff.
What's amazing is if you didn't see this, you can't tell what this guy is if he whirls up on you. You know what I mean? It's madness out there. They want to talk about the purge. It's going on right now. They took away the powers of the cops, and the ones that are out there are all covered up. They look like the criminals. Okay, cop or not?
Cop.
Brian says cop.
I say not.
Jen says not.
Even if it says he's not a cop, he is a cop. Undercover.
Undercover cop.
That's funny. Oh, where's this?
Win there.
He gets one of these for. I like that. Okay.
I'm going.
So,
cop.
Brian. So 2 cops. What'd you say, Jen?
Not.
No cop.
So Jen's going not. Okay. Here we go.
Someone says Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. Didn't his character?
Jobs. I was thinking more like Keanu Reeves than Steve Jobs with this guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I could kind of see Keanu a little bit. Like right when he comes out of the muck and he has had his shaved with the thing in his back of his neck. That's yeah. Okay, here we go. Cop.
Damn
it. Okay.
That's a criminal for sure. That's a criminal all day.
Well, how about this? If it is a cop, then that's still a criminal.
That's what I mean.
Either way, how about that?
I'm gonna go with not a cop.
So Brian says no.
That guy's kind of looking like he likes it.
Oh God. Anyways, we'll come back to Jen. She's having a moment. What does Steve say?
He's like, oh.
Stop it, Jen.
I'm gonna go with cop.
Okay,
I don't know if I can get behind you on this one, see.
Okay, so we got cop. If Jen can come for a second, she's yes or no. Which way?
It's a criminal.
So you say not?
So I'm saying
what he's wearing makes me want to think he's not a cop, but like he's kind of doing some coppish things here.
Criminal cop here.
He's acting like a cop.
He's a textbook cop.
So where are we at now? Let's revote.
I changed my thing. I'm saying this guy's a fucking. This guy's a cop.
Cop eyes. They take the sunglasses off. They look like that.
Shoot. Oh my God. Okay, so it sounds like I have 2 cops, 3 cops, or what do we got?
3 cops.
I'm copping it out.
He's copped out. Okay, here we go. Okay, Chad, here we go.
Cop the deal.
Copped out.
Mark up the cop mode. Yep. Cop.
Don't think the criminal.
Actions speak louder than
That's
words.
just a loser. That's not.
So this guy looks like he's got insignia of like he's like a college football coach or something. With this
Looks
thing
like
on
he's
his
walking
head.
around with something up his, where, all day long.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this guy. This guy's not a cop. He's probably a coach or something, but he's not a cop.
Okay, so we say no.
I'm gonna say he's a wannabe cop.
Okay, so that's a no.
I feel like he gets offended if you scuff his shoes.
Okay, so we got 3 no's. Oh! I got all of you. I got all of you.
University cop.
Does he got 2 masks on?
Yes, he does.
Punani.
And all I did was block out the mic and focused on his face. But if this, I mean, it's just
This is rigged.
Well,
you know what? Play no more.
What's better, Steve? Did you lose one?
Here you go, Steve.
Oh.
No, thank you.
I'm still one up.
Okay.
That's
all
just
right.
that's a fake one. That's fake news. Donald
Everybody
Trump.
doing okay in the chat? Okay, here we
Don't
go.
Don't speak ill of Donald Trump to raise me from the dead. I died of COVID last week, Steve.
Calm down.
I heard that.
Calm down, JF.
And when you came back, you have an extra E in your name. I heard that too.
That's a cop.
Okay. We have a cop. Immediately, Jen says cop.
Bulletproof vest on. I hope he's a cop.
Or a terrorist.
It's a cop.
I just blurred it out. It could be a backpack. I don't know.
It's a cop.
Steve immediately says cop. Jen says.
Jen was the one who yelled cop the second.
Okay. So we got two cops, and Brian is.
Brian's in the forest right now.
Brian's copping out.
One of my trolls arrived. I had to block him. This guy is. Yeah, he's a cop, man.
Okay. Well, let's keep going.
I mean,
he's in front of his black car. Look at that. And that's the sheriff's truck right over there. I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. How about this guy?
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to say, I have to say though, is he a sheriff or maybe his name was Sharif?
Nice.
I'm just saying.
I shot the sheriff, but I didn't kill the deputy.
This guy, I don't know. He looks like a bank robber.
I did that one before. Bank robber or customer. That was a great one.
Oh, that's good.
I'm
going with not.
So we got a not. And what, Steve? What'd you say?
I'm going cop.
Steve's copping out. And what are you doing there?
Steve's a motherfucking cop. You heard him.
What about you, Brian?
Is that a picture of Steve?
I caught him at one of our meetings that we have at the CIA.
Damn, bro. She just said you walk around with a mask on, Steve. That's fucked up.
So, Brian, where are you at? Cop or not? What are you saying?
That's some fucking next level shit. I said that's not a cop.
Okay, so we got two no's.
And Jen said it's Steve, but I don't agree.
So we got two no's and one cop, right? Or two? Was all three no's? I'm confused.
No.
I said no. I said
okay,
yes.
all three
they said
no's.
no. No,
right.
I said yes. They said no.
Oh, Steve says yes. They say no. Okay, got it. Oh!
Dude, he's got like an elongated skull. What is with his head?
That's how you know it's a cop.
This guy's a hardcore cop.
So how are you gonna know? Oh, which cop was the one that helped you? I have no idea. You don't know anything about this.
I'll tell you which one it is.
None of them are gonna help me because they fucking suck, and I'm gonna stay clear.
I mean, that's a whole other.
Their help. I don't want their help.
No bueno, no bueno. Okay, next. I might need another Oreo. Okay, how we doing?
That's a cop.
That's like your textbook inner city cop. Proud to be a cop.
Got two cops, and Brian says
walks around the house like he's big honcho cop. Yeah.
This guy's a cop. Cop.
All right.
Let's do it.
So we got all three of your cops on this one?
This guy's a cop. Look at this guy. And you think he's cool, too. Nobody likes Now you're
can we just...
Oink, oink, motherfucker. Oink, oink, motherfucker. Nobody liked you in school, and nobody likes you now. You're back.
But isn't it just ridiculous that they allow this to walk around with this Punisher mask? It's just terrible. I can't believe it.
It's ridiculous.
It's next level crazy, but
here
we are. Got front row seats for this train wreck.
I told you.
All right, here we go.
Guy, this cop ain't got a top coat all day and stuffs his face with fucking croissants. Go ahead.
Allegedly.
Donut rolls.
Pulls down his mask.
You gotta pause it. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
Cop or not?
I'm saying it's a male cop.
Okay, so we have one cop, male.
I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that's not a cop.
And we go with no with Brian.
You made this hard on me, guys. I was just gonna copy
That's
all
what
your
she
answers
said.
so I don't lose.
This is like an artist. Or something. Musician artist.
All right. So what are our votes?
I'm going not.
So we got not.
You're gonna have an art canvas in front of us and like paintbrushes and shit. When you
Jen, what did you say?
I'll say it's a male cop.
Cop. So we had not cop, and then Brian down there, the old man. What does he say?
Salted Cedar said that's Sandra Bullock.
That's what I was
Fantastic. Where are we at? Hey, Salted Cedar.
That's very true.
Okay, so you going cop or not, Brian?
I'm gonna know it's an artist or a musician.
Oh, that's right. Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna be an instrument and art canvas.
All right.
It's a female. But it's not. It's a male.
Oh,
That's
this guy's
why
definitely a cop, dude.
Yeah, he's bald.
Is that Scott Kelly, dude? Is that Scott Kelly?
It could be. I don't know.
He's a cop now. Yeah.
That's Scott Kelly, former astronaut, now cop, wearing a mask.
LAPD.
I'm going with cop.
All right, so it sounds like everyone went with cop with this one.
No, can I change
Scott
my
Kelly.
answer?
Oh, you want to change? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a sucker of Satan's cop, is what it is.
Okay. Sorry, I said yes.
No, I said cop.
Oh, cop. Yep, he's a cop. Isn't that wild, though? Because the one just before it, the identical mask was not. So really, you can't start to tell the criminals from the cops. Okay, here you go. That one's for Brian.
Joey, that's Joey.
That one's for Brian.
Joey Rocha.
I think it's time to get my smart
He
pipe out.
He can't wear that mask if he's a cop, right? He can't wear a Trump mask, can he? I'm going to say no. But then again, they wear skull masks and all this. But I'm going to say that that's probably not a cop because the political thing on his mask.
All right, so Brian's a no. And Jen, where are you at, Jen?
I'm saying it's a cop.
So we got a yes in the middle and Steve at the top. What do we got there?
You're digging yourself in the hole, Jen. That's definitely not a cop.
All right, so we got Jen with a cop and 2 no
Hey,
votes.
I'm not out to have to win. I'm out to have fun.
And commercial sound video says it's his neighbor. Oh my God, I love you guys.
It's a security guard for sure.
Okay.
Why does commercial sound and video spell neighbor like he lives in Europe and he lives in the South? That's weird.
It's a very least.
I get a thing on my Cash App today. It was from Nathan. He sent me something for my birthday, and you can't reply to people, but you can hit a heart or whatever. So he just sends me a message. He says, "Happy birthday, dickface."
Well, hey, Nathan, I know for a fact if you put the word Tom Hanks in your emails, Brian loves it. So just so you know. Oh, no, Jen, you can't leave. We're in the middle of the game. Oh, she's coming back. Okay, we'll wait for a minute. How's the chat doing? You guys liking the game? Hopefully everyone's liking it.
I was ordering a coffee.
Okay, so I said not a cop. Steve said not a cop. Jen says that's a cop, and she thinks he's hot.
At very least, he's a security guard.
All right. Here we go.
It's not like a Red Sox.
What's that? What, Steve? Okay, here we go.
Nothing.
How does he get away with that?
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
One up still.
Thank you.
I'm not here to win. I'm not here to win. It fucking wins.
See, that deserves a drag on the smart pipe because I got you. How many in the chat
Boom,
did I
baby.
get?
I'm with Brian. That can't even be legal.
I said at the very least, he was at least a security guard.
I told you the game would get a little bit more difficult as the bonus rounds get in. So, okay, here we go.
He's got them squinty cop eyes.
Oh, That's it. That's all I had time for.
satellite tracking
What do you think, guys? That was pretty fun,
I
right?
think we are truly in the end times. What else could it be? I mean, this is nuts. It's completely nuts. I had a breakdown the other day. I had to call Ceiling Fan, man. He talked me down. I'm telling you. I was about to lose it the other day out there in the world. Everything got to me. And thank you again, Ceiling Fan, for talking with me. And you made me feel so much better. But, we all have these days out there. We just want to go out and do our thing and mingle and be around people. And it's all this weirdness now and everything. And I was in a Dollar Tree and I look around me and I'm trying to keep my mouth shut and not say anything. I don't want to start nothing. But I'm thinking in my head, all the people in here have the same exact mask on. It was like the mask that all those cops lined up just had on, not the flat ones, but the ones that bow out. And these are all separate people around the store. And I started thinking it, and next thing I knew, I was saying it out loud. And I'm like, why do you all have the same masks on? Did you get them all at the same store? Like, are they giving them out or something? And then they all just started coming at me like, oh, well, you can't be too careful. It's got to be up above. And I'm like, and the whole time I'm there with no mask on as they're telling me all this stuff about how you can't be too safe and these are the best masks and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. I just, it's amazing that we're here right now.
You feel like you're a teenager or something and they're all like talking down to you as they're like the teacher or the principal. Like, oh, you best do this, best do that. It's like, you know what? Suck it.
Well, like Brian had that picture of all the crowd with people with masks, and I think that's kind of what set Jen off. We've all experienced it. If you haven't in the chat, you will. And then
they
something
surrounded me bad, man, in a few stores. It's really.
But it's like even if they don't bother you, just the visual of walking around of a sea of people, your brothers and sisters and your loved ones and your neighbors, and they're all with that thing, and it's so hard on the eyes. It really kills you inside. And that's what makes it such a tough struggle. And so, Daisy, that's why I do these silly things that I do on Fridays, because I can just make fun of anything going on. There's so much humor going on. We either have to be afraid of it, which God says is not to do, or laugh at it. When you see it from the other side, I've described it a lot of times like the old merry-go-round, I think they were called, and you would get on it and it would spin around. And then there'd always be that one really mean kid that would just spin it super fast. Then you'd either get sick or have to jump off and fly off and hurt yourself.
You know that kid too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hated that kid. But then if you walked up on it, it didn't bother you at all. And you just stood there and go, wow, these poor people, they're going to either get sick or fling off of that thing. And that's kind of the way I feel. Once you step off of the merry-go-round and you get in these chats and you go, wow, this world doesn't make any sense. I mean, the fact that I can even make a game that you can't tell the difference between a cop and a criminal is insane. And so that's the thing. We can either cry about it and be fearful about it and what's coming next, or we can laugh at how ridiculous it is, find our connection with the Creator, and not worry about it, because he says that more than anything in that book. Fear nothing.
Yeah.
Fear him, because, he can take you out, but that's it. If you're right with him, he's got your back. Well, if the guy that writes the video game knows who you are, then you got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, and I've had rants in my car. Everybody's seen those videos over the course of the year and stuff, and I've been handling a lot of it better lately. But yesterday was just a bad day. I was very sensitive, hypersensitive, you might say, and it was just like. It was overwhelming, and I'm just so grateful to have you guys and that you were able to talk with me, and it all synced up the way it did. It was not a coincidence. I needed to hear the words that you spoke to me, and there's so many of us out there that look forward to these chats and these streams just so we can get in here and talk amongst us, because we don't have anybody around us. Most of our families are falling for this stuff and everything. Not everybody, but there's a lot of people who are maybe that one person in their family, and the rest of them are all they have nowhere to go except for these chats and stuff. And I'm just so grateful to have you guys in my life. I'm very blessed.
Well, I'm so thrilled that I've met all of you people too. And the thing is I talked with Jen the other day. It's very frustrating, especially, Brian knows, and anybody in this chat that have researched what's going on, and we try to explain it to our family and friends. And and some listen half-heartedly, some don't listen at all, and some stop talking to us. And so it's very frustrating that we have all this information. That's all we do now is research things, and we're dismissed just for whatever reason. And there's no reason to do this. For what? To be ostracized by our family and friends and make virtually no money at this. So it's like, what is the point? Well, the reason is we've learned something, and we want all of our loved ones to know it. And even the ones that know me in real life that may don't agree with me, they're listening at least, and they're understanding that there's becoming, as Steve says, this coincidence shelf, way too many coincidences in our lifetime to be random. And the fact that Jen called me, it was very personal that you mentioned this on the air, Jen. Good, but Jen called me because she was struggling, and that was the phone call right when I was receiving this Bible. Beautiful Holy Bible. And tell me if God's not talking to us.
I was crying. I was crying bad. I mean, thank God. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. And I really believe, however this works, as these times get the toroidal field crunches in, the end time, whatever you want, however you want to describe it, we're definitely getting into the quickening where we're meeting and greeting people that think and feel just like us, like a magnet. Magnets draw themselves way before they're next to each other. There's an energy field that you can, and Jen's seen it even, you can feel it and see it before people connect. That's the whole 6 feet thing, right? And so if that's why we're all coming together. And if they hadn't have shot us up and done all these things to us throughout our lives and try to harden our pineal or whatever you want to call it,
we would see it all the time.
We'd probably be able to do these things and make these mental connections, or potentially even travel. I mean, if you read in the Bible, Steve and I covered it, the part where Jesus walks on the water to the boat, the second he touches it, it's on the other side of the water. So that's a portal thing, a transporter, I don't know. So there is a way, because we're all made of energy, if we can figure this out, and that's what all these shows and all these chats are about. But that's what we need to do, is tap into it. And lastly, I'll add to that, I looked over at Rockfin. There's still wonderful 14 beautiful people there. And Naika's made a comment that I've said before, but I want to make sure we remind everyone that never forget the power of prayer is the strongest spiritual currency that we have, and to use it. And I've talked about this on this show, even with you two, the fact that if you read the passages, it basically says a third, or 33% maybe, of the angels fell down. Well, we got to stop fixating on the ones, the controllers that are messing with us. And remember, that means 2/3 of the angels are still working with God. And if you look through my shows I've done with Rose, we've discussed where I think there's a very good chance some of those are birds, because find birds that die of old age. You only find them dead of trauma. They fly, and God says they're of the heavens. There's a lot of coincidences. But regardless of whatever you think, that would be the best place to hide 2/3 of an angels is everywhere, because no one looks at the birds or talks to them. So by saying all this is this. The fact that it says multiple times, if you're right with God and you pray, it doesn't say.
Can I pause you for a second?
It's hard to do, but yes, go ahead.
You're just making me think of all the birds that were falling out of the sky after like 2012 and stuff. It was almost like certain species of birds were being attacked by some kind of scalar wave or something, and they were all dropping, starlings or whatever. What if what you're saying is true, and that was them like trying to like kill them off or put their energy off? You know what I mean? Like if the angels are in the birds, like I'm just.
Well, if we are in the potential end times, they're warring right now. So it makes sense.
That was like a war on birds.
The only birds you ever find are dead of trauma. And so if that's the case, even if that's not the case, if 2/3 of the angels are still with God, it's like if you had the best quarterback and wide receiver sitting on the sidelines. All we have to do is ask, because God says if you're right with him and you ask something that's within his will and laws, I mean, don't say, I want my neighbor to keel over. He's not like a magic genie. But if you ask him things, he does it. It doesn't say, will he do it? It says he will do it. And those angels are just sitting there waiting for us. And so we got to not forget about that. So anyways, that was my tirade.
So I like that.
We'll go with this one. Okay, there.
Oh man, that's good stuff, man. I like that powerful message there. But yeah, good stuff.
So yeah, I have covered 2 or 3 shows with Rose. They're on my channel if you guys want to look into it. I have a lot of theories about birds. They're pretty fascinating creatures. So,
Yeah.
I've pretty much exhausted everything. We had an amazing time.
That
Why don't
game
we
was
just kind of?
awesome.
Oh, thanks.
We gotta do one that says Jack Wagon or not. That would be
Jack
cool.
Wagon or not? Okay.
Yeah.
That can get dangerous.
I can. Yeah, we'll do it on your channel.
Okay.
Exactly.
And we'll make Jack Wagon code for something specific.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, we understand. Okay, well, let me start with the birthday boy since it is his day. Do you got anything lined up that we should know about? And what would you like to say, sir?
Well, tomorrow I'll be in Charlotte. Me, Karen, and Ted are going to meet up with Tommy and some other people. As far as coming up next, I might even do a call-in show tonight, honestly. But if I don't, I'll probably have a live stream on Monday and do a Rockfin premium stream on Monday night for subscribers. I wanted to do that this weekend, but we're going out Saturday. So probably Sunday night or Monday night I'll do that. And then Thursday I'll be back with Karen on her channels. And, who knows, whatever else in between.
Cool.
But yeah, I might do something tonight. So keep your eyes open, guys. We'll see.
Excellent. All right. We go, Jen.
I will be live tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central, and the topic is viscosity.
Nice.
So tune in. It's going to be a good time.
All right, Steve.
I don't got too much lined up. I know I'm probably won't be able to do anything tomorrow, but Sunday, Monday, early Tuesday, look out for a stream or me being on a couple of streams. So that'll be a good time to line some things up. And I do have a couple other things I want to just personally research into, because I'm sure we're all familiar with, so you turn on any device in your house, the power button, you know what that looks like?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the UN boardroom is an identical, whatever you want to call it, to that. If you look into what that symbol is, it's a sigil, and it's actually a sigil of the demon who, very high ranking downstairs. I can't remember his name, which is why I have to do more research on it. But allegedly, he was actually powerful enough to take away a feather from Michael the Archangel, which is like madness in my head. So
wow,
I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah.
Well, we talked about the power sigil. I think maybe back around when we were talking about the 9 circles of hell, but and we were showing like Revolution. The show Revolution has it in it. That symbol's like on so much stuff.
And that show Supernatural, that's all they did was probably paint sigils, all those things. I learned so much about demons and stuff from that show.
Yeah,
and that's what they want you to do. That's why they put shows like that on, so you're indoctrinated in it. Granted, if you look at it from a research point of view, like we do, you get a better understanding of who your enemy is. Let's put it that way. But they want to introduce this stuff to people and, make it be like a norm, like all the witch shows that are out. There's all these, shows that are sitcoms or whatever that about, teenage witches and stuff.
I covered it last week that there was a news article that more young people are turning to witchcraft than Christianity or anything else.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's so cool and awesome.
Well, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, because whether or not it's true, then they read that and go, well, I should check that out,
Yeah.
So
we'll be swinging by morning.
All right, everybody. So I'll be, God willing, Steve and I usually do a show Sunday around 6.
Look out for that.
So we'll check that out, and we'll cover some more stuff about the passage that the thumbnail was. And I guess lastly, I'll just thank everyone for being here, and ask our creator to watch over everyone here in the chat and our families and loved ones. We're all going through some really interesting times that seem like they have to go in order for our people that we care about to wake up. And so all I pray is that all of us find the peace, the joy, the health, and the mental health that we need to get us through these times. and remind each other that we have each other. As God says, love thy neighbor as thyself. And if we fall, pick each other up. We're here for each other. That's why we're together. And I thank you all. Thank you in the name of Jesus. I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you so much. And yes, I forgot. I will be live tomorrow on Hugh TV with T4. So yes, don't forget that. That is, I think, the same time, 6 o'clock West Coast time. Check your local listings on Hugh TV. throw it in the chat if you could, Hugh. That'd be great. And so, having said that, all I have left, I guess, is the intro. And I love you all, and thank you all for being here. And,
Thank you.
All right. Good stuff, guys. Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Good night.